Okay, I should be live. Okay, I should be live. Try the view on YouTube thing. Okay, I should be live. Turn the volume down. Set my comments. There we go. Oh, long day. Started off in West Texas. Now I'm going home. Not really used to the chaps. Haven't worn them that often. But it's like 39 degrees, so I'll wear them. Finding neutral. And then of course I've got my bag behind me, strapped to the seat with the the rig straps and the Nelson Rig Route 1 under seat attachment thing. Because I took it to work like that, so that's how I'm taking it home. I think that says Buck Brown. How you doing? All these chemical plants are kind of pretty. But that's money down here. Too much light to really see the stars. I love being on a mountain somewhere. No light pollution. Just looks like you can reach out and grab a handful of stars. That says and Lolly H. Hello, how are y'all doing? That gas station, the signal's going to cut out a little bit, actually kind of between it does, so it'll get a little bit choppy. And then when it should be, if I come to a traffic light or something, I'll read the thing. Headed to West Texas this morning. Haul ass back. I get a day off work and then go do it again unless something gets screwed up. Close my visor there. I do need, not bad right now, but if it was any colder, yeah, these would not work. Not much time regularly work. There's only so much I can do. Ride as much as I can when I'm off work. But considering I drive a tractor trailer and I go places like Michigan and North Dakota and Montana and Washington, all that, and I still get 10,000 miles a year between my bikes, I still do a fair bit of riding. I can't see shit. Do you know that's a green light? It's that temperature and I'm talking. Not getting too crazy with it. It's cold. Maybe if I had a full body suit instead of chaps and a leather jacket. need those hand guards in front of me. I've been looking at Memphis Shades and at Advan Black, and they both have hand guards for this bike and for my other one. I've been debating it. I'm also wondering if that works better with a, like if I had a taller riser. You know, put like that 10-inch or something in there. We have like 8 and 11 or whatever. Your hands are higher, then you gotta have a taller windshield. It never ends. There's always something you want to do. I'm still debating the exhaust. I mean, I've got the dual exhaust on it still. I could just put slip-ons. It's got a raised cam in it. If the intake's upgraded. Next thing to do with the motor is the exhaust. And I don't know, everyone wants to go 2-in-1. I know why they're doing it, but then I also kind of like being different. On the bike, but no system bar. If I put a stopper, so I like. If I get to a red light or something, I'll read the chat down there. Another thing, I need new glasses. I have a prescription, but I haven't. And it's like the bottom end is basically no prescription, and the top end has my prescription. So I've got. I guess that's just part of getting older. One nice thing is if your hands get cold, you can move them back here. I got that fairy and warm the hands up. All that moisture in the air. It's supposed to be pouring down rain Monday. So this weekend was like my only chance to ride. Not that I wouldn't ride in the rain, but if I know it's going to be pouring down rain all day, I'm probably not riding. If I ride to work and it happens to be raining when I go home, well, this one's not going to let me stop. That's good though. I'll get some red lights I get up here to Crosby. Till then, it's going to flicker a little bit through here, or at least it usually does. But you can enjoy the scenery. Sorry for the coughing. Also, my dealership is closing. And like word through the grapevine is Harley might be wanting to close a lot of dealerships. Kind of condense everything down. The same people that own my dealership also own one in the Woodlands, and well, they're moving everything to the Woodlands. What it came down to is they rent the property where mine is, and they own the other property. So, Buck Brown, another. Cool. See what gear I'm in, because I forgot. That wind is cold. Close my visor. The other thing is my hog chapter is no more after the end of the month. And there's some people there that I like, the LOH chapter. It was kind of cool to go riding with them. You know, you go all the way out to like Brenham or somewhere, and you go eat sandwiches at some little hole-in-the-wall place that has like awesome sandwiches and burgers and pie, and you know, it's, I don't know how to put it. It's two sides of a coin. Because one day I'm going down 45 with my other friends and we're doing like 130. And the next day I'm with my hog chapter. So they'll do 70, 80 miles an hour, but you know, most of them are like in their, you know, late 50s, 60s, 70s. They don't get too carried away with it. Bunch of law-abiding citizens, which is kind of what I wanted for right now. I'm used to riding by myself, riding alone. You know, I'm not used to really being around a lot of people in general. Whether it's in a truck or on a bike or what have you. So kind of getting used to riding with people. So that was good. We've got another chapter that said they'll take everyone in, but because when the dealership closes, you can't keep the chapter open. I don't know if I want to do that though. They're further away, a lot further. And with my schedule, I might as well drive to Beaumont or something. I've got some other friends I could ride with. They're not as law-abiding, but they're a lot more fun. There were nice people there. I did, you know, make some good friends. You know, but it's still riding out like 2 hours to go eat lunch with a bunch of nice grandmothers, and they're cool. They're slow, but they're cool. Wait, what am I talking about? I'm riding 55, 57 right now. Yeah, I'm not hitting the shoulder right through there. Trucks come out through there all the time. All kinds of gravel. I will slow down though. I don't know what all I'm going to do though. I have my channel and everything. I don't really want the life like my dad and my uncle had, or their criminal records. Only one of those. He's the most normal person on the train. Granted, he's got a full body suit and a ZZ Top beard and all that, but he was the most normal person on the train. And they pulled him off. They said, "You're in a motorcycle club," but they didn't say club. And they took him to a room with a light like in the movies and questioned him over how much change he had in his pocket and tried to say he was lying and all that. He had his own authority. to run loads up in Canada, like his own truck, his own authority and all that. And they said, you can't come back. They led him to the border in handcuffs and got mad when the American side's like, what's he in cuffs for? He crosses the border every day. I'm not saying he's not a criminal. I'm not saying he is either. He is crazy. Runs in the family. Good Lord, I can't see. I thought that guy was going to turn for a second. I might just pull off up here and check the chat. Warm my hands up. Oh, also, do y'all like the guitar playing? I was playing guitar long before I rode a bike. Kind of put it down, pick it up, put it down, pick it up. Had to relearn. That didn't work out well for them. Had to kind of relearn how to play. I know there's an entrance here somewhere. There we go. Okay, well, if you can hear me, goes without saying, but I'm making you jealous. I'm sorry. Hi, Bjorn. Hello, Lolly. You see, beautiful lights, but you love the stars. I love the stars. I miss when I was little, you know, just laid in the bed of a pickup out in the driveway, and you could see the Milky Way, and it looked like its own weather patterns, like clouds in the solar system. Absolutely beautiful. You only managed about 5K, 120 in the truck though. Oh, you feel me? Well, half the time I'm over the road and half the time I'm local. That's probably why I've got more miles. It's, because if I'm running local, I'm going to, I'm going to ride my bike every chance I get going to work and back, like today. Here's this in a Harley. Okay. I don't know if I want mine too short. I'm seeing some of the 2-in-1s where it's like if I have a passenger, I'm wondering what that's going to do with their feet. And I grew up with bikes that had, like, you know, the big fishtails and all that stuff back there. Or the little bologna slice cuts on them where one's hanging out over the other. So some of this is kind of new. I mean, it looks good. Sounds good. I mean, right now I've got a... It sounds like a overpowered sewing machine. They make different links. Awesome. Oh, cool. Share that on Discord. Definitely share it on Discord. Alright, I can feel my fingers. See, what's bad is I wouldn't care if I could feel my fingers. You know, if I had like an old dirt bike, like an old Mako. I miss that Mako. Some studded tires. And it could be a foot of snow, and I'd be having a blast. I wouldn't be wearing this stuff though. Okay. I don't know what I'm eating for supper either. I might just throw something together real quick. No, I still got some potatoes and some carrots. Should still have some celery. There's a guy that died on a motorcycle not too far down. It's a cramp in my hip. Last weekend, or earlier this week. You ever do that? Get a cramp in your hip? It's the meds. I know what's causing it. The only cure for that's to put forwards on it, and I don't know if I want forwards. If I can stretch my leg out like I just did. Lay it over the pegs or lay it over the bars up front. Things we miss from a kid, from being a kid. You know, somebody with a three-wheeler, somebody with a trash can lid, find a rope. You look like a popsicle holding onto a rope. Because you know you're going to keep your friend in a snowbank the whole time. Gotta be careful here because everything gets wet. That's the car wash. Domino's. Domino's, it's like 4 out of 5 suck. But that 5th one is really, really good. And the other 4 just suck. Pizza Hut's got one pizza that's really good. Little Caesars is about the same way. Godfather's is really good, but hard to find. They got them in some truck stops. Uno's, if you can find them, has a really good personal pan pizza. Get the deep dish, and it's like all toppings. It's awesome. Guess they couldn't get over in time. I still need to see if they got one of those pinned visors for my helmet. I'm wearing a Scorpion to help with the fog, but then a lot of it too is my glasses, because when you talk, all that hot air gets blown right back at your face, that moist hot air from your breath, and it'll fog your glasses up till you get going ways. And for anyone not used to watching my lives or what have you, I do a lot of night riding. And a lot of that has to do with my job, because I'm gone all the time. That was a bump. don't know what I'm going to do about a writing group though. If y'all have any ideas, like, hit me up in the comments. If you live close enough, hit me up in the comments too. I guess it was what it was. I'll keep putting patches and stuff on my vest though. I just take the other stuff off. Even when I'm going slow, I'm still speeding. I see why people want heated seats, but we don't have to deal with that kind of weather that much down here. 36 degrees. Occasionally dipping down into the 20s. When it goes further, it's like a national emergency. I like it down here though. If it snows too much more, I'm moving further south. Let me see if there's a Mexican chapter or something. I don't know. My luck, I'd move to the one part that snows down there. I have another uncle that's in Mexico. So my aunt and her husband go to get their dental work done. They go visit him. He's technically not my uncle. He's my father's first cousin. So I don't know if that's what first cousin once removed. But basically, he's an uncle. That's the way families work, especially in the South. You get a lot of uncles. And he lives kind of southwest Mexico with a bunch of other Americans. Does the cold weather make people drive crazy? I'm wondering. I usually drive crazy anyways. The town he lives in has a bunch of J's and I's in it, and I cannot pronounce that. I get so sick of driving in the snow. That right there used to be a biker bar. Now it's bar 7. Everything changes. It's the only thing that stays the same in life is everything's gonna change. I don't deal well with change. The older I get, but there's nothing I can do about it. That just felt weird. Felt wobbly. A lot of this stuff wasn't here when I moved out here. A lot of the stuff where I lived wasn't there. I like living where there's cows. When I leave my house, I want to see cows. I'll deal with the flies. I would rather see cows than neighbors. But I have neighbors. I live in a subdivision. It's a compromise. I grew up in the country. She grew up in the city. So it's kind of like some weird, what was that? Green Acres, whatever. It was Zsa Zsa Gabor. Except I'm not rich. you get near a light, put your hand down by the motor. I don't mind that motor heat right now. I could use more of it. I still got the stock windshield on here too. If any of y'all have like a lowrider ST or this fairing, I'd be interested in knowing what kind of windshield y'all are running. If y'all are running those hand guards, which ones are you running? And who was it? Holy Shift. He put some on his that have lights on them. I thought they were pretty cool. I might run those, I don't know. Next thing I get for this bike is either going to be a bag, which I'm debating between the Nelson rig one and the Harley one. Or I may just buy a rucksack and say the hell with it. The exhaust are those. My other bike, the Fat Bob, I want to put that Memphis Shades Road Warrior on it. I want to do that since I got it. I ended up having a wreck, and that will really screw your finances up. These chaps do help a whole lot in the cold. They're going to fix the whole road except this part right here. Crack this where I can see. Sorry for the noise, but I need to be able to see. They're widening this whole thing out. I mean, it needs to. The population's exploded out here. It's weird the way the road wants to pull you to construction zones, that sort of thing. The Foremans are my neighbors, but they live on the rich side of this road. I live on the poor side. They keep wanting to raise my taxes, raise my property value, trying to tell me my house is worth $180,000. I'm like, I bought the damn thing for $60,000. There's no way I could sell it for more than $80,000. You want to tax me for, you know, what? So I had to contest that. I refinanced my home, and somehow or another they got my homestead exemption messed up, so I had to fight that and get it fixed. That's a lot of money in taxes. Shit's always happening. That's just the way it is. Little curves right here through the construction zone. If you can come through here when there's no cars, or gravel like that falls off the back of the trucks, you might want to go through it first. It's kind of fun. Just kind of open it up. Go to the left, go to the right. Yeah, you gotta watch for that. Stuff that falls off the trucks. Road apples. Somebody riding a horse. You really don't want to ride through that. I'll pull in up here so I can read the chat. Always gotta watch these turns here. Why? Because right there is where the trucks come out. Sometimes you'll come through there and it's just like glazed over mud. The canopy bothering me. We will see. If I can ever find neutral. There we go. Whew. My hand's stopped by the motor. Let me see. They make different links. Will do. Which tab in Discord for the exhaust link and the guitar pick? I have a section for instruments and I have a section that says motorcycles. Will do. Yeah, it'd be awesome to meet you when I go through there. Oh, coolness, coolness. I can't feel my fingers. Why is it that a bike can warm your inner thigh with no problem? Right where you don't want it to, but has a problem warming your fingers. There we go. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and end the chat here and head on to the house. So, I will catch y'all later. Thank you for riding along with me, and I will catch y'all next time. So, if you haven't liked, go ahead and like. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Share if you can. You're awesome. And I will catch y'all later if I can feel the thing here.